Mayor Phil Gordon, Phoenix City Council members, along with past and present employees who haven't seen each other for years, were reunited and reminisced about the good times at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. In celebration of the airport's 75th anniversary, birthday cake was served to passengers and employees in all three terminals. And on display at Terminal 3, the Phoenix Airport Museum showcased the 75 years of non-stop service exhibit celebrating the rich history of America's friendliest airport. It started back in 1935 when the city of Phoenix purchased Sky Harbor for $100,000. Sky Harbor had one runway in a rural area nicknamed The Farm. During the 1930s, couples flew into Sky Harbor and got married at the nearby chapel because Arizona was one of the few states that did not require a 3-day waiting period. The chapel was near the current Left Seat restaurant. In 1938, the airport grew as passenger and mail service began between Phoenix and San Francisco. And in 1940, the U.S. Army started operating at the airport, later using it as a place to refuel planes during World War II.
We had an awful lot of air traffic here at Sky Harbor Airport after the war. A lot of aircraft coming through Sky Harbor from the east to the west and from the west to the east. The place was just busy as the dickens.
In 1952, Terminal 1 was completed along with a new control tower at a cost of $835,000.
When we moved from the old terminal by the railroad tracks to Terminal 1 when it was finished, we thought we were just up to town. It was fantastic, beautiful terminal.
In 1960, jet service came to Sky Harbor as American Airlines linked Phoenix with Chicago and New York. The following year, TWA began jet service as well. This created a need for more space to handle operations. In 1962, Terminal 2 was completed, including a parking lot, access roads, and a concrete aircraft parking ramp at a cost of $2.7 million. The new terminal also featured a mural, The Phoenix, by Arizona artist Paul Coase. Sky Harbor also surpassed the 1 million passenger mark. In the 1970s, an airport revenue bond allowed for the creation of Sky Harbor's master plan.
I was mayor when we did the Sky Harbor big master plan. So I thought, gee, we ought to have an east access to Sky Harbor. And when I brought it up, the city staff said, well, it's not feasible. And I said, I don't care if you think it's not feasible, just figure out a way to do it. And they did.
That forward thinking led to the addition of a new terminal. In 1979, Terminal 3 was completed with an 8-story parking garage and a new control tower. The Airline Deregulation Act of 1978 meant that the government no longer controlled airfares or where new airlines could fly, allowing more industry competition.
When I came, the Airline Deregulation Act had just been enacted, and things were beginning to show various airlines were going to come to Phoenix to do their business, which meant we had to adjust facilities and learn how to grow with the city of Phoenix as it grew at the same time.
Because of the constant growth at the airport, Terminal 4 was completed in 1990. In 1991, Terminal 1 was demolished and the other terminals were not renumbered. Major customer service improvements in the last decade have included additional gates in Terminal 4, a rental car center, expanded security checkpoints, and a new FAA air traffic control tower. Through the years, there's been 5 air traffic control towers at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. These facilities have grown in height from the first building, which measured at 30 feet, to the current tower, more than 300 feet high. Over the years, Sky Harbor has grown to become one of the 10 busiest airports in the nation. Employees have exciting memories of Sky Harbor. Carl Newman, Assistant Aviation Director, has worked at the airport for 30 years, beginning his career in airport security.
I was here, for the 50th anniversary and all of the festivities and activities that we put together to celebrate that event. We actually closed down the airport because we had a balloon festival here. And we released balloons off of the north runway, and they floated, over to the south side, and so we ended up closing the south side of the airport as well.
Through the years, construction has been a constant fixture at Sky Harbor, with projects being built to accommodate the airport's growth. Employees who have worked at Sky Harbor for decades have seen the growth firsthand.
Oh, I see so much improvement here with the continuation where we had this light rail coming through, and I see other airlines coming, so I see a great thing going for Phoenix.
I think it'll just continue to grow to accommodate everybody. Phoenix is growing, so I think airlines as well as Sky Harbor, they're just going to have to stay one step ahead of everything and just anticipate the needs, because people are going to keep flying.